Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Lancescurv Show. As you will know, we did a few weeks ago 3 separate shows on witchcraft. No matter what you call it, whether you call it voodoo, whether you call it hoodoo, and we had guests that came on the show and we spoke about it, and I did my own one monologue on it. But today, once again, we have our sister here, whose shorter version of the name that many in America and abroad will understand is Gifty. Now, we have many Gifties on the show. This is not the one that's always in the chat room. But Gifty, welcome back to the show. But I want to hear from you your name and length. Even though I can't pronounce it back again, I just want everybody to hear it.
I understand. Good evening, everyone. And I would like to say my name is Gifty Akosia Ejapoma. I know it's going to be hard for some of us to mention because, the Akosia Ejapoma is an Akan name. Yeah. So you can call me Gifty. Yeah.
Wow. And what we're going to speak about today briefly, this is not going to be a long one, but sometimes in my journey here through Ghana, and I'm quite sure in other countries that I haven't visited yet, there are little things that you see people do that you wonder, like, what was that all about? Why did they do that? Now, I once saw a woman who, she was at home, and long story short, we had visited her, and she had some mirrors in the house. And before we were escorted out to say our goodbyes, she had a floor-length mirror, and it was facing everybody, but she turned it around to the wall. And then I saw another mirror that was on the wall. She took a sheet and covered it.
Wow.
And I didn't want to be rude, but I said, wow, I really wonder what this is. There's something a little more than meets the eye with this situation, but I didn't want to ask her directly. And in our discussions, you kind of explain that. And there's some other things maybe that I'm not seeing that's going over my head that you can share with me and tell me what it may mean. Now, you growing up here, you are around a lot. You were raised here. You're not into any of these things. You're not, but you can't help but see it. It's like me growing up in New York City. When the crack era came, I never sold drugs. I never used drugs. But I knew people, when I walked in on their kitchen by mistake, they were cooking up crack. And I watched in fascination before I got out of there, and I got an education on something that I would never use, but I knew about it because all knowledge is good knowledge to know how things happen in the world. So, by you being within close proximity of so much here in a beautiful, rich culture, there are things also that are hidden and in secret in the shadows that people do that they don't tell, and I wonder what it is. Now with this thing with the mirror, you might know about that, but do you understand why?
Oh, I would like to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to share a few things I know about that with you. Yeah, so about the mirror something, people don't believe in spiritual realm aspects. Most people, they see it to be an archaic something, yeah. But, watching into the mirror at, let's say, 6 p.m. in the evening, putting it there, and maybe if you finish maybe trying to watch your face into the mirror and you leave it there like that for it to be reflecting in the room and stuff, the evil spirit or the demons, they really use mirror a lot. Yes, they can use mirror to, how will I even put this? They can let's say the mirror that you are using, they can see everything you are doing through that mirror spiritually, but you wouldn't know. That's the reason why we say if you finish, watching your face in the mirror, you need to turn it upside down, or you need to use some towel or a cloth to cover it. Yes, because most evil people, or maybe the demons, they use mirror to do a lot of stuff. They can kill you. They can just call your soul through the mirror and kill you very, very simply.
Wow.
Yeah. It can kill you in the simplest way of killing someone. Especially, let's say, that's why we used to say a newborn baby. When you give birth to a newborn baby, you shouldn't be putting a mirror close to the baby, because the moment you put a mirror close to the baby, anytime an evil spirit or a demon calls your baby's soul, it is easily for the baby's soul to come. Then they do whatever they do to the baby, either destroying the baby's life, either destroying the destiny, and either giving sickness to the child. And you see, you'll be battling a lot of sickness issues in your life. Yeah. And moreover too, it seems most of us, we don't believe in this spiritual aspect of realm in life.
You're right.
But it is the most important thing ever, because as we are here right now, you will be thinking, oh, everything is all right, everything is cool. Maybe things are going on wrong in your life. You think it's normal. It is not normal. There are lots going on in the spiritual aspect or in the spiritual realm. Yes, just that we don't have the eyes to see. We don't have the eyes to see spiritually. So we think everything we see, it's a normal something, but it's not. Yeah. And I still want to chip in into this. It's very important. We giving birth to a newborn baby or something, apart from the family visiting the baby within 1 week thereabouts, let's say, apart from a family visiting the baby, we don't visit a fresh newborn baby if you are not the person's family member. Yes, because this is what we do, this is the mistakes we have been doing, and it is having effects on our children, but we don't know. The easiest way for an evil spirit or a demon to manipulate your baby is you giving the chance for him or her to visit the baby at the moment you gave birth to the child. Or let's say 2 days, 3 days, giving birth to the child like 2 days, 3 days, then you meet someone just come in. You think she's your friend, but you don't know the spirit that the person is having.
Right.
You see?
Right.
That will use to destroy your newborn's baby, but you would think, oh, after all, he or she is my friend. And it's
you can't take
good.
that chance.
It's not good at all. Honestly speaking, it's not good, because that's the chance the evil or the devil, they get, either that's when they get to know the child's destiny, what he or she is bringing up to, or what he or she will be in future. You understand? So far as they see that, oh, this child is having a great future, they will find possible ways and means to destroy the child, either putting sickness on the child. You see, the child is the person is like, let's say your child is very young, but we will be battling with health issue stuff till he or she grows. All is because of his or her destiny, but you didn't know about it. Right. You understand? So certain things we do, it's not helping. It's not helping at all. Like you giving birth, and especially putting taking pictures of a newborn baby, putting it on Snapchat. Though it's nice, putting it on social media, it's nice for people to see you have given birth though. But I would like to say, if the child is not up to, let's say, 2, 3 months, 4 months, you shouldn't be, snapping pictures and putting. It's not fair. It's not good, because most of the evil people, that's when they get the chance to do whatever they want to do. I don't know if you people have studied something. Excuse me to say. You see, sometimes when a woman gives birth to a new baby or a new child, you see the baby's hands, 2 of the baby's hands are closed like this. That's the baby's destiny, but we don't know. So you calling your friend to come or something, someone can, you know, sometimes if you are opening their hand, it's very hard for them to open it up for you, because spiritually is the child's destiny. You understand?
It must be protected.
So, yeah. So that's the reason why the child always fold the two hands like this. If mostly you see a child folding the two hands like this, that means the child is really having a great destiny, and you have to protect that for the child. You have not to let evil people just have a way through the child, because if the child becomes great, it's for you and the family. You understand? Yeah. So I think certain things like this, we should really take care of that. Not allowing people to visit as when we have a new baby. Like, yes, at least when the child is almost up to a month, it's cool. They can come. Make sure you do certain rites. I don't know about how Americans do their rites, but we Ghanaians, some we call pastors, and you know, they pray over the baby. Then after us, anybody can visit him or her.
Right, after the prayer.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's it.
People can be so venomous and evil, jealous, and want to tamper with the destiny of a child. Yeah. And almost to really spite the parent or parents or family because of the envy that they harbored inside their heart unknowingly for such a long time, waiting for the opportune time to come in and strike you through your child, your prized possession. I don't mean it's a possession like a car or a house, but something that you made, something that you had a hand in creating, even though we know it's God that helped bring you two together to make this child that you don't own. But there are other people who see the blessings that will come through a successful child. And we don't mean just monetarily. We just mean on so many different levels. That's why it's such a special thing. And I think in America, most of us take that for granted when a child is introduced into the family. We don't understand the sanctity of that new energy, that divine energy, that also, while you may not stress them for it, it might be the answer to many of the issues that you have in your life. It may be the answer to AIDS or HIV or cancer or diabetes. It may be the answer to world peace. We don't know, but the answer usually doesn't come from us who've been around the world and on the earth for 40 and 50 and 60 years, but that child brings a new energy really to break down the old system and introduce something new that's refreshing and can rejuvenate our lives on the earth. So we have to guard with that, and what you're saying is very, very important.
Yeah. That's the reason why this witchcraft program, we need to still ponder over it, because most people are taking things for granted, the spiritual aspect for granted, but that is really affecting us. Honestly, it is really affecting us. Because I remember I had a friend. She gave birth, and you know, after she giving birth to this newborn baby, she made most people, like her friends, like her classmates, fine, fair enough. It's good for your classmate to visit you, but you need to understand that the child hasn't gotten to any stage that you have to show it to people that, oh, I've gotten this. You understand?
Yeah. They
came in, and I think one of them was having this evil eye and trying to, you know, he tried to destroy the child by giving the child sickness. Yes. So when this happened, my friend was so worried. If not good, like by this time, maybe the child wouldn't be alive or something. Because what they did was, I think they sold the sickness to the child. I told you, see, the last time we were speaking, I said they sell sicknesses, spiritual, in spiritual realms, they sell sicknesses. So that was what they did to the child. And if not God, and if not prayers, like by this time, the child wouldn't even be alive, because The child was having a great future. He wanted to destroy the child.
It's so wrong.
He wanted to destroy the child, but God's grace, she had a chance, and she has been like, how will I even say this? It's been, let's say, by the grace of God, that's making her and the child to live now.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the grace alone the child is carrying, it makes people envy the child. Even till now, the child is battling with a lot of issues in school, the attacks everywhere, here and there. But the child is now 6 years old.
Wow.
In class 1. But what the child is facing, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. So now I think my friend, what she's doing now is always going for prayers. Because if she make a mistake like this, right, without praying and try to follow her own ways of doing things, they will just kill the child.
That's so cruel. That is the epitome of evil.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have, like, for me personally, I know about people who are evil like that, but I can't relate. I mean, I can get angry, right?
Really?
But yeah, I can get angry. I mean, I'm like anybody else, but most people don't see that side, because even still, when I get angry, I usually get angry for other people. Like if somebody did something to you and it's not right, that is going to bring out a monster inside of me.
Sure.
See, somebody can smack me in the face, they can punch me in the stomach. I'm going to defend myself, but I can let that slide because I know how powerful I am in my spirit. Exactly. I'm not the tough guy. I'm not Superman. But when I see an injustice done to somebody innocent on my watch, because righteously we're here to protect each other, we shouldn't have to, if we live properly, have a police department. A police department, the men in the community should be doing what they do all the time. If you see me and there's some disorder and I come in and say what's going on, I'm supposed to rule with wisdom and judgment. And this is why we have the elders in our neighborhoods, in our communities and villages. Even though I'm becoming an elder now, in my age and chronological age, I've always had the sense to know what's right and wrong, and to know that I'm going to feel a guilt if something happens and I'm there and could have prevented it and I didn't do it. Then I'm going to be chastised all day and all night that I could have made a difference in somebody's life. If I see a woman getting messed up, beat up by some man, and later on I found out that she died.
Oh, seriously?
See, I would feel bad.
Yeah.
Right? If I see somebody doing something to a child and I don't step in, and the child got injured for the rest of their life, to me, that's something that's going to be weight on my heart, and something that I'm going to have to answer to. Ignorant people will say, well, that has nothing to do with me. That was over there. But that was over there. That was something you saw. You might have been the angel put in that place to prevent something from happening.
Exactly.
Now, there's certain situations you may not jump into that you don't understand or know about. You know, you might not know. But if it's something where there's nobody else around and you can make a difference without bringing harm to yourself, you have to do it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, so I think what you were saying about this, let's say, this police aspect. Demons, whatever they do, it's only God who knows. You understand?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. If they are trying to kill you like this, for instance, if they try to kill you today, there's nothing like court for them, or nothing like police that's coming to arrest them.
Right.
But there are certain things to that. You see, they said our tongue is very powerful. Whatever we say with our tongues works for us. Yeah. So imagining you just try or intentionally go and stand in front of a police station and say, oh, police, today, unfortunately, I used a gun to go and shoot a man, and I took all his money, his stuffs, his wallet, and everything. And see, either the police will leave you. Right. Just see either you come back home as you was. You will never come back home as you was. That's right. Because they are going to arrest you, even if it's not true, because of what you said with your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Before they will investigate and know that what you did, or what you haven't done anything, or you are innocent about that. In fact, you will be in sales for about some months if you don't take care and God doesn't help you. You'll be in sales for about some months, or just because of what you just said with your tongue.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
And I would like to also say this, because most parents, when they get angry, what they say to their child, whatever you say with your tongue,
damaging.
So some people will curse. As soon as you curse the child, demons are passing by. They will just hold it and they will just use it for whatever they will work on it, exactly what you are saying.
Yeah.
You understand? But you don't know. Maybe your child will do certain things and you'll be like, in fact, this one I would say most of us, like the Ghanaians, we used to do this. They'll be like, excuse me to say, they'll be like, Oberbrepa, you will suffer. Mm-hmm. You will suffer in this world. How can you bring a child to this world and you're telling the child you will suffer? Mm-hmm. If the child suffer, how are you going to also survive? Like, who would, at least if your child is great, you're going to enjoy some privileges, and how nice it will be if maybe, let's say, your child is the president in the world, or of Ghana, or in America, or in UK or something. You understand? Mm-hmm. But certain parents, they just say certain words to their child, which it's not good. It's very, very bad, because it works. Whatever our tongue says works on us. We say this all the time, but it seems we are using it as a joke or something. You'll be like, maybe your child will do something. Hey, why did you do this? Next time, don't do this stuff. Fine, fair enough. You can at least train the child, like telling the child to go on the right path, but not you telling the child you will suffer. Whatever I passed through, you also pass through. If what you are passing through was good, would you let your child also pass through that? It's not fair.
Well, it's called imprinting. And when you speak such harsh words to a child because you may be annoyed, it's something that they did, not intentional, but they're a child and they made a mistake.
Yeah.
And you say something so damaging and traumatic to them, that sinks into their subconscious mind. And after a while, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where if you keep speaking this stuff into the child, what's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? You don't know nothing. Oh, no, you'll never be anything. You're never going to be anything in this life because I think you're so stupid. So they're looking at the parent like, well, the parent probably knows more than me, so I'm probably stupid. And so now there's no expectation in the child to do better, as opposed to saying, well, child, I'm here to teach you. That was a mistake. I know you didn't intend to do that because I know you're smarter than that. I know you're a brilliant child. Come on, let me show you the way to do it. And they do it better. And when they do it better, say, hey, listen, I applaud you. Didn't mean anything was wrong with you when you did that. You just needed me to teach you. So that's my role here for you, is to teach you whatever it is you need to know to get through life on all levels, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And that builds a trust from the child to the parent.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But certain people wouldn't do that. They would just maltreat the child. Sometimes they'll be like they regretted giving birth to the child. Hey, do you know what or the plans God have for the child? You don't know. Maybe today that maybe you think your child is useless, excuse me to say, but maybe tomorrow you see the child and be like, hey, I have regretted using these words on you or something. But mostly what we say, the evil use it to work against us. Mm-hmm. The evil use it to work against us. So we should know how to use our words, like, because our tongues are very powerful. Like, the tongue is very powerful.
Right.
So whatever we say with our tongue, it works for us. If you say
the power
good,
of life and death is in the tongue.
Exactly. So if you say good, it works for you. If you say bad things, it works for you perfectly as you want it to be. Mm-hmm. You understand? Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, you know, we're going to continue to do these segments. We're going to continue to speak on different topics, not just witchcraft, but I just wanted to follow up because so many people like what you had to say. And even though we spoke about witchcraft, we spoke common sense as far as how parents should treat their kids. And really and truly, when you imprint your child with negativity, that is also a form of witchcraft.
Sure.
To form and imprint into their mind and change their destiny, where if you nurture them the way you're supposed to, they would flourish and go on to have a great destiny that affects the lives of so many other people.
Sure. So, as in what you are saying is exactly right. It's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see, though we are talking about witchcraft, but we chipped into this training your child well and stuff, or learning how to talk, like saying good things to your child. Yeah. So if, let's say, for instance, you're not treating your child well, you're not giving the money you're supposed to give the child to send to school, you are maltreating the child. When the child goes out there, see, let's say, other friends, and they are treating him or her right, the child will just follow their friends, and maybe, let's say, that child too that your daughter or your son will be following, that child is already manipulated.
Big time. And
that child is going to use that powers to also do what? Manipulate your child also. You see? And if it happens that way, and let's say your child get this spiritual spirit or demon powers, that child can use that to destroy you, the parent, as well. You understand?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So if you don't treat the child well, or you say bad things about the child, and you make the child feel uncomfortable at home, and the friends are trying to be good to him or her, the child will just follow the friend. Imagine maybe that friend he or she is following is a spirit or a demon, something. The person will just give some of the powers to, and your child will be interested to have that. And when your child gets that, imagine your child will use it to destroy you plus your family.
Yes.
Imagine. So I think you advising your child, and in fact, I always say prayer is the key. Even if your child is stubborn, you have to add some prayers to it. And sometimes it's not using hashy words on them. No,
it's not going to work. It's just going to destroy. They're delicate. They're born. They have a body, but it's like concrete that's freshly put down.
Yeah.
You can still put your hand and your foot in it, and what does it do? It imprints something.
Yeah.
So they're still imprintable for many years after they're born. And everything they absorb, just like with us as adults, like I always say, we're the sum total of all of our experiences in life that has imprinted and molded us to be who we are today. So if we're going to make a great child with a great future, and really not able to be under so much attack because we teach them certain things and we carry them along a certain way, that's one thing. But when we destroy them and destroy their defenses, they'll absorb anything negative out in the world.
Exactly.
And they'll think it's something good.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I think talking good, like, talking and a cool way to the child.
Yeah.
You understand?
Nurturing.
Oh, baby, or maybe baby boy, baby girl, what you did wasn't right. Next time, do it this way, do it that way.
Make them know, teach them.
Exactly. But you showing words to them, hashy words on them, it won't work.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right about that. So what can I say? It's always nice speaking with you. You always have something edifying and positive to say. Even when we speak on things of the world that may not be so positive, we have to enlighten ourselves with the information that's out there, so we're not caught out there unknowing as to the evil things that can go on. We have to know certain things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of knowledge out here. It's not the knowledge that's bad. It's what we do with it. Because if we know these things, we can protect our children from being attacked on a spiritual level. So we have to know. We have to know the world. Some people turn their head away from it, and they get to be a victim of the very thing they didn't want to know about. I don't mean indulge in certain things. I just say know about it, so you know how to protect your family by any means necessary.
Exactly. And whatever your child wants to, even if you don't have, try to talk to him or her in a polite manner, telling him or her, oh, baby girl, baby boy, next time I would get this for you. My money is not enough or something. But if you try to speak harshly with him, or be like he likes like envying people's stuff, and no. If you speak like that with him, he might even go for maybe the friends thing or something. And mostly the evil ones or the spirits that are manipulating us, I would say how would I even say this? Okay, they mostly like young children, like the young people coming up. Especially, they even like the young ones, let's say from the age of 6, thereabout. They can use you very well.
Oh yeah, you're impressionable.
They are the even kings and queens in the witchcrafts and this thing. So you have to know how to treat your child very well, because they really need them. But you have to protect
new recruits,
your child.
Fresh energy.
Sure, you have to protect your child from those people.
That's right.
You get it. Yeah.
Wow. So much to think about. But it is a hierarchy. It's not just a little ugly demon running around here. It's a highly organized hierarchy. And many people who use it for petty things may not know how deep the hierarchy goes, the order. Sure. It's almost like the military with generals and people who have rank and file assigned for certain regions of the earth, assigned to certain people to break their lives down, because every bit counts for them, because they know that their time is coming to an end soon. Yeah. So we have to be on point, because they're very desperate at this particular time in history. And like you said, they want to go after the children because they're very impressionable. And if they can get them from young, they know they have something good, which is not good.
Yeah, so as in how you were saying, it's true. So all we need to do is adding prayers to everything will help. I know sometimes some of us will be like, you are busy, you don't know. But no, you have not to be busy, like being busy to the extent that you won't pray.
Right.
All of us, I mean, we have a creator. I know some of us don't believe that someone created you, but we have a creator. You understand? So we need to make sure we pray, we thank God, we pray for protection. Most important thing.
That's right.
And we should have a clean heart. Yes. A good heart, a good intention for each and everyone. If you have a good intention about somebody, I don't think even if someone is working evil against you, it will work. The only time it will work is maybe the sins you are committing and you are not praying about it for God to, forgive you about.
So vulnerability. Yeah. It's like being in a war with another faction, and you leave yourself unprotected, and you get attacked, and you're vulnerable. It's easy to attack you. That's what it is. And I find it also funny that on any and every area of life, many people may not say they hate you. They may dislike you. They may not like you. But it's so funny, especially in the age of social media, that the ones that claim to not like you, the ones that claim to hate you, are the ones that watch you the most.
Exactly.
Isn't it something?
It's very true. It's very, very true. They are the people, let's say, maybe you have a friend you're not talking to, but you used to post on social media or something. They are the first people to go and even watch your post. They are the first people to watch your post. Whatever you post, they are in a hurry to go and see what you are doing.
Yes.
They want to know the level that God has. God is taking you to.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
That's so true. And sometimes you have to dish out some misinformation where they don't know how high you already are.
Yeah.
Let them think you just got to a certain point. And they will send people to you that you think are cool with you, but they may be agents to go and bring back information. I happen to know several like that, and I utilize those evil forces to bring back misinformation to them so they can be confused.
Sure.
But I'm doing fine. You see me here, you see what I'm doing, and you see that everything is just fine. So let them go and run around like the chickens with the head cut off. It matters not to us. We'll be victorious. Exactly. We'll keep on ascending. Sure. But at the same time, every good home must have a security system on it. Every vehicle, when they go into the inner city, must have security And we have to have sense enough to be aware, to be our own security, to protect our family, our children, our loved ones, and more important, even ourselves. But I want to thank you so much for spending your time to enlighten us once again.
Thank you too.
It's always an honor and a pleasure, and these are the kind of conversations that we have to have so we can strengthen ourselves.
Yeah.
Knowledge is not just what's in the book. It's when we share what we've learned in our experience in a human way, and a book is fine. But when we speak amongst each other as human beings with the human touch and the human vibration, it permeates our subconscious mind that much more effectively because you have the energy of the person that can be used to bring this stuff into you, and it makes me smarter. So I thank you for making me smarter in the 35 minutes we've talked. I'm 35 more minutes smarter, and I really appreciate what you have to say and what you've said.
Lancescurv.com. Bold, raw, and uncut.
So, my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth.